Hello everybody, this is the Scottish Formby group. What we're going to do tonight is a tutorial for Our Sergeant Major by George Formby. This is for Orb Hill. What we'll do, we'll play the solo and we'll try and analyse it and break it down. I hope that'll help you a little bit. If you've got Dave Partington's book, that'll really help. It shows you all how all the different strokes work and an actual written analysis of this solo as well, which I'm going to try and play. It's kind of an intermediate tutorial, so if you're a beginner you might want to look elsewhere, you know, something like Mike Warren's videos or Peter Nixon's to learn how to play the different types of stroke. My uke is tuned in D, so the notes are going to be A, D, F sharp and B. Okay, so we'll break the solo down. The first full bar has a little anacrusis or upbeat. So there's a little down up on an F chord before the first full F chord. That pattern is the 5A 5B pattern, which normally would be 2 groups of 2, 2 groups of 3, and then 3 groups of 2. But what George does, instead of doing the 2 groups of 2 at the beginning, he just does 2 downs. Like so. So we'll play that, the F chord, with a little pickup F chord first. Okay, and then he moves to the G minor chord. This takes a little bit of time if you're trying to move from F to G minor to try and learn to do that. What he does, he also starts this bar with a triple. So the G minor, it's the familiar 5A 5B pattern, but he's got a triple in there, so it sounds like this. And you'll notice on the end of that bar he changes to the C chord just a little bit early, kind of anticipates that chord change in the next bar. So I'll do that again. So we're starting on the G minor chord with a triple, and is moving to the C chord right at the very end of the bar. A little bit faster. One more. Then the next bit we move to the familiar 1A pattern with the finger lift. So it's the C chord going to the C7. That's where the lift is. It sounds like this. Okay, you'll notice in there as well there's a little shake. So I'll just show you that shake bar nice and slow. So it's a C to C7 with a shake. And the next bar is the F to the C7 to the F. Sounds like this. Do that again. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Then we start that next section, which is obviously the same as the first 8 bars. Starting on the F chord, it's the 1A pattern. Then he moves to the G7 chord for 1 bar, and then he's got this kind of funny little lift on the second bar of this G7. Sounds like this. Okay, then we move to the C to C7 shape. Again, it's 3 bars of the C to C7 with a little shake in the middle of that. Okay, so then we move to the middle 8 section, start with the A minor, going to the E7 chord. and there's a little shake in there as well. So that's for 2 bars using the 1A pattern, but then he uses the different pattern, the one where we've got the 4 groups of 3 and the 2 groups of 2. That is the what we call the 2A 2B pattern, if you'd like to look at your book. So it would normally be but what he does, he's got a little shake in the middle of that. It sounds like this. Really, that's the only place in this song where you'll see that 2A 2B pattern. I'll just play a little bit faster again. Obviously that's a 2-bar pattern. We then move back to the G minor chord. Then to the D7. This is this kind of little awkward change. Back to the G minor with a little shake. And finishing on a C7. So the whole of those 4 bars, beg your pardon, I'll do that again. And then we're back to the A section again, which was like the beginning, using the 1A pattern. Okay, if you'd like to turn to page 18 in your book, you can have a look at these split stroke patterns. If you don't have the book, you can look at our previous video. That's the Dave Partington review video on our little group. It's around the 8-minute mark. You'll see all the different patterns being demonstrated. For this song though, you only need the 1A pattern, the 2A 2B pattern and the 5A 5B pattern. So that's all you need for this song. If you'd like to do if you've got a PC, if you do a control and left click, that'll open it in another tab and you'll be able to kind of flick between this video and the Dave Partington one. Hope that helps. Okay, what you'd probably want to do is practicing these patterns in a kind of familiar chord sequence that you know. So say if we took the 1-bar pattern, the 1A pattern, and we'll go around a cycle of fifths. So if we do the C, the E7, the A7, the D7, the G7 and the C. So we'll just go around that pattern doing the 1A pattern. Okay, and we'll do that fast and we'll do some finger lifts. You can practice that same pattern, say for example with the 2A 2B one, which is this is a 2-bar one. It sounds like this. And that's speeded up. And finally you've got the 5A 5B pattern one. This is one you don't see very often. I'll just do 1 bar of this one for now. It's just basically 2 groups of 2, 2 groups of 3 and then 3 groups of 2. It's a 2-bar pattern. It sounds like this. Do that a bit faster. And you can practice start going around the sequence. If you turn to the transcription in Dave's book, page 58, 59, you'll be able to see this graphically notated. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a version of this song this time without any of the shakes or the triples. So hopefully, if you practice this first, if you're finding those little extras a bit difficult, this should help, and you can still make it sound pretty effective. So I'm going to do a slow version without any of those extras. Okay, so I hope that helps. What we're going to do now, we'll obviously listen to George's version. Okay, what we'll do, we'll break down the shake and the triple. If you look at the George Formby R Sergeant Major transcription in Dave's book, look at bars 12A and 12B, you will see there's a little shake in there. Now basically what that is, it's kind of an adapted the 1A pattern. So the 1A pattern normally goes 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 2. Okay, I'll do that fast. And what the shake is, it comes on the end of the first group of 3. And fast. Okay, so there's the shake. The triple, if you look at the very first bar in the song, that's that kind of 5A, 5B pattern. Without the triple, it's just basically 2 groups of 2, 2 groups of 3, and then 3 groups of 2. Sounds like this. I'll do it on an F chord. I'll do that fast. Okay, and where the triple comes, it comes on the very first pair. And what you're basically doing there, the pair of quavers, the down up, you actually fit in 3, hence triple. You fit in 3 notes in the time you'd normally play 2, and we play obviously with the finger, thumb, finger, and then immediately after there's a normal down up. That's on beat 2. pattern. There's the triple. Hope that helps.